Sports Express with Spencer Davidson and Alicia Daddario. Brought to you by Scalzo, Zogby and Wittig and Raymore and Flanagan.
Coming up aboard the Express, it was a battle of the unbeatens as VVS, the Red Devils, hit the road to take on Cazenovia.
Plus, a Classy East showdown between Canastota and Mount Markham in West Winfield.
But first, time for tonight's big game, the undefeated Whitesboro Warriors hosting Central Square. The student section got the memo of the time change today. Kickoff got moved up to 5 o'clock due to looming thunderstorms. They were ready.
They're pumped. After a slow opening frame, Whitesboro breaks the scoreless tie in the second quarter. Lucas Kassab gets the handoff and heads to the outside, shakes off a couple of defenders and spins right into the end zone for 6. PAT is good. Borough up 7-0.
Later in the second, Warriors punt the ball away. The Red Hawks fumble it. Griff Scortino jumps on it for Whitesboro. They'll then convert that turnover into points. Zach Britt under center. He keeps it and takes off up the middle until he finds pay dirt. Warriors jump out to a 14-point lead.
The Big Blue Wrecking Crew not done. 4 seconds left in the half. Kassab again. This time he goes the opposite way for the touchdown. His second of the day. Whitesboro would lead it 21-zip heading into the locker room. The Warriors take care of business before the storm as they march on to a 41-13 victory over Central Square.
Hello everyone and welcome to Sports Express. It was a little windy for that one, just a little bit, but yeah, luckily no rain just yet for that one.
Yeah, in West Winfield, Mount Markham's game against Canastota also moved up to avoid getting caught in the storm. The 2-1 Mustangs return home after a tough loss at Notre Dame last week. They hosted undefeated Canastota.
The Raiders strike first. Greg Olden calls his own number. He emerges from the pile for 6. After a successful 2-point conversion, Canastota leads 8-0.
Next, Raiders possession deep in their own territory. The Mustangs defense makes the tackle in the end zone for the safety. Mount Markham on the board. They trail 8-2. I think that's the first safety we've had this season. It
absolutely is. Minutes later, the Mustangs take the lead. Nick Mondor lobs it to a wide open Mackenzie Case up the middle for the 35-yard score.
Second quarter, Garrett Kelly using his wheels to weave and cut through traffic, and using a nasty stiff arm on his way to the end zone to give the Mustangs a 15-8 lead. But Canastota would outscore Mount Markham in the second half. 32-27 Raiders is your final.
Out to Ilion. Central Valley looking for its first win of the year as they took on Mexico at home on the new turf. Fourth quarter here, it's 8-6 CVA. They barely let Mexico get anything going on offense. One play that the Tigers do make is this nice completion. Justin Barlow heaves it up to Isaiah Turo, who breaks one tackle and then is finally brought out of bounds for a nice gain.
But the story of the night was defense, and CVA's was outstanding. Barlow under pressure from Bryson Young. He gets rid of it looking downfield, but Brandon Goki is there to knock it down with help from Lucas Hartman. And they say defense wins championships, and tonight it won CVA its first contest, final from Ilion 8-6.
The Tigers of Onondaga with some of the best traditions in town. The alma mater of Latavius Murray and Mike Hart. Holland Patton with something to prove, though. Check out the toughness from quarterback Nick Herringshaw, making guys miss, met at the goal line, fights his way forward for the touchdown. Holland Patton on top 17-8 at the half.
OCS battles back. Zach Delaney standing tall in the pocket, delivers a strike over the middle. West Core hauls it in through traffic. The Tigers' comeback is stopped, though. The Golden Knights stay perfect. They ice it with a short field goal. 28-16 is the final.
Holland Patton, a great start to the year for them.
I love that they play on Saturday nights too, because I get to go out and see them, and yeah, they're a great team.
Yeah, and they play at Whitesboro High School right now. Their school is under construction. They're going to get a nice new turf.
Yeah, you saw CVA's nice turf, so I'm looking forward to Holland Patton again. Love their colors. I love the colors around here. It's cool.
Yeah. Colors are great. That'll do it for the opening frame here tonight on Sports Express. Plenty more still to come.
After the break, we will introduce you to our latest athlete of the week who stands tall in goal for her team. But first, let's check out other scores from around the area in our Sports Express Scoremaster.
If you want to join the conversation on Twitter,
Welcome back to Sports Express. It's time now to unveil our latest athlete of the week.
Yeah, this athlete has been the backbone of her team all year, and now she's getting some well-deserved recognition. Check it out.
Charlotte Rodeo of the Frankfort Schuyler girls soccer team has been a brick wall in net this season. Despite a 1-3 record for the Maroon Knights in their last 4 games, Rodeo hasn't allowed more than 2 goals and has tallied 46 saves in that span, including 10 saves in a 1-0 victory over division opponent Herkimer. As a senior, Rodeo has really come into her own as the leader of this squad.
You have to have a lot of leadership. You can't be afraid to yell at the girls because you're back there, you see everything, and they don't. Yeah, you definitely can't be afraid to yell. Before this team, there are a lot of girls on the field that would yell, so they would do it too, especially the defense. And this year, it's the same thing, but now it's just me, so you gotta yell and scream and be ready. You definitely have to be aggressive. You can't be afraid of the ball, and you gotta know kind of how people are gonna be. A lot of people are right-footed, but you gotta know when you're gonna face a left-footed person.
She's the foundation of our team. It's great knowing that I have that confident player back there who dictates the game and controls the game, the tempo of the game. Knowing we have her back there takes pressure off the rest of the team, knowing that if an error happens, she's there to help them out and support them no matter what. She's got great decision-making, number one. You have to have strong decision-making and quickness off the line, and those are 2 attributes that she has. And being able to tell your teammates what they need to do, and being that voice of strength out on the field, and she does that for us.
If you know of a high school athlete who deserves to be Athlete of the Week, here's our contact info. Call, email, hit us up on social media. Everyone, join the party. Coach, athletic director, parent, even a teammate. Just send us who you would like to be nominated and why. Give us some stats and a story, and we'll give you a shot. Now, all featured athletes will receive a plaque courtesy of CNY Awards and Apparel. We're beyond the halfway point of tonight's episode of Sports Express, but still more to come.
In the majors, the Yankees look to remain in the top wild card spot as they took on the Baltimore Orioles in the Bronx.
for final scores and video highlights from tonight's games, Zogby and Wittig and Raymore and Flanagan.
Welcome back aboard the Express. Plenty of football tonight, but we're getting closer and closer to postseason baseball.
As October quickly approaches, the Yankees are clinging to that top wild card spot, just 1.5 games ahead of Oakland Athletics. To Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, the Bombers took on the Baltimore Orioles, looking to shrink their magic number to clinch home field advantage.
Bottom of the first, Didi Gregorius at the plate with 1 on and 2 outs. He drills a pitch deep to right field. That one is a no-doubter as it lands in the second deck. A 2-run shot for Didi, and it's 2-0 Bombers.
In the fourth, 4-0 now. Deja vu for New York. Aaron Hicks has 1 on and 2 out, and that one is smoked towards right. Another second decker for the Yankees. This one equally as impressive, and it's a 6-run lead.
The Orioles close the gap. It's 7-4 in the bottom of the 7th. Luke Voigt, he's had enough of the comeback, though. He'll rip a liner into left with 2 on. That'll get down for a base hit. 2 runs come home on the play. Now the Orioles made it very interesting in the 8th, scoring 4 runs, but then the Yanks tack on another run in the bottom of the 8th. They hang on to win it 10-8.
NL Cy Young candidate Jacob deGrom on the mound for the Mets as they take on division rival Washington Nationals. deGrom dealing early, bottom of the first. He strikes out Bryce Harper with this 99-mile-an-hour fastball, bringing the heat. He fanned 8 on the night.
Top 3 tie ball game, 1 out and a runner on second. Jay Bruce crushes it deep to right center, and it short hops the fence. Michael Conforto comes in to score, and it's 2-1 Mets.
Next batter, Dominic Smith at the plate. The liner just out of the reach of Nats second baseman Wilmer Defoe. Bruce crosses home plate easily. That's going to make it 3-1 New York. The Mets would add another run in the frame as they cruise past the Nationals in Game 2 of a 4-game set. 4-1 is the final.
All right, some hockey news here. Some news out of Canucks training camp today. The preseason roster has been trimmed by 8. 5 of them have been reassigned to the Comets training camp, which begins in a week. Defenseman Guillaume Brisebois, wingers Jonah Gadjevich, Lucas Jasek, and Cole Lind, and also center Zach McEwen are all heading here to Comets training camp.
How is it hockey season already,
It
though?
is. Love
Two
it.
players, goalie Richard Bachman and center Tanner Kiro, were designated for assignment by the Canucks today, meaning that they are placed on waivers where any other team can claim them starting at noon tomorrow and ending on noon Sunday. If unclaimed, they will place either on the Comets or another Canucks minor league affiliate.
Interesting to see what happens with Bachman there. The Canucks also released goalie Ivan Kolbakov. Got it. Nailed it. From his tryout with the team, and he will now attend Utica Comets training camp again, which begins next week. And at the end of next week, guess what happens?
What?
Preseason hockey.
Oh.
Couple of Comets games, so the Comets hit the ice again.
So we're getting prepared with Hockeyville,
Yep.
and then we have the Comets.
And then we have the Comets.
Whew. All right. We've now coming up tomorrow, we've got a Class D matchup. We're going back to football between Waterville and Secoit. Then 8-man football actually started last week, and we've got an all-local contest tomorrow as Cooperstown takes on New York Mills at noon. Then at 1:30, West Canada Valley hosts Weedsport. And also don't forget tonight's Herkimer at Frankfurt Schuyler game was actually postponed until tomorrow night. Kickoff is at 7.
Very nice. UC has a bye week this week for football. Syracuse looking to go 4-0 against UConn tomorrow at the Dome.
I think they'll do it.
I feel pretty good about it. They're looking pretty good this year so far.
I love it. Dino Babers has really, I think it's taken a couple seasons for him, but we're seeing the fruits of his labor.
Yep, I was going to say the same thing.
Great minds think alike.
Think alike. Love it. That's it for us. We'll see you back here next Friday night for another edition of Sports Express.